What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, thanks, Matt. Jay Happ, big, tall guy, about 6'4", 215 pounds. It's really put things together. Not overpowering, but pinpoint control. Reminds me a lot of former AL Cy Young Award winner Cliff Lee. Control with really good stuff. Good fastball, good changeup, and his curveball is getting a lot better.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Tim Beckham goes down for the first out of the game. The 1-0 home. Game time temperature this afternoon stuck in an even 50 degrees as we begin play.
There's a called strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know, Kenny Jansen, Dero, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
Fouled off. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And he just misses with a curveball.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Here's Jonathan Scope now. In past meetings with Jay Happ, he has 7 hits in 26 at-bats. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. And this is a fair ball as it'll head for the 3-14 sign. And a relay home. The tag, and he is out at the plate. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Valencia makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively tonight. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
First offering on its way. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. And the inning is over. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike.
Count 0-2.
And that one just missed outside.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. So 1 gone now as you get a look there at where the Yankees stand currently in the American League East. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit out towards second. He's right there. On to first, and Happ's rolling now, 2 away.
The batter, number 1. Designated hitter.
Digging in to try it again. Tim Beckham, 0 for 1 here in the early going. And this pitch is lined softly down the line and left. But this is a foul ball. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So with that, the top of the 3rd inning will continue at least 1 more batter.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there. Staying to it and through it, not coming around it, and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
Another slow breaking ball that misses down low. Good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Beckham, the runner at first with 2 gone. Drilled to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is his only trip to the plate so far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on. Digging in for his second at-bat, Tyler Austin. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike one.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count, find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Tyler Austin becomes the first out of the inning. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Reyes has it. And he'll beat the throw to first despite a fantastic effort. And that ought to be scored an infield single. He's set. Here it comes. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Susac, a California-born ball player. He was taken in the second round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Way in front of that fastball. Bounce towards the second baseman. He's got it. Throw on to first is going to be in time. And terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game that this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in. At that plane right there, quality take.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Joey Rickard goes down to become the first out in the 6th inning. And that finds its way into center for a one-out base hit.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
And it's 0-2 to Scope. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Jonathan Scope is sent packing for out number 2 in the 6th. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Sent on the ground out to second. Right to him. Throw in time. Work cutting into this big deficit. This one for the shortstop, Gregorius. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The batter, first baseman.
And now a pitch on the way. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Tyler Austin is the second out in the 7th inning. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Hit sharply but fouled down the right side. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error thus far for Baltimore. The ball and 2 strikes to Adam Jones.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, but it bends just foul into the second deck. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Now batting, designated hitter, Tim Beckham.
The windup and the 0-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. as he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Ready now for Baltimore, Joey Rickard. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point.
Well, the play's been made in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. Here's Jonathan Scope now. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Jonathan Scope is retired, and now they're down to their final out in this one. In there at the knees, strike 1. And there's a called strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon.
Boy, he looks strong up there in the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side.
Throw to first is in time, and the Yankees win it. The Yankees win.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove in the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
A 7-0 shutout final today. The Yankees jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Happ earns his first win of the season with 15 strikeouts. Chris Tillman was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
7 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors.